let us start this training, the final training before the trade mission to Poland, organized by FAO and EBRD. And let me first introduce our team that we have here today. First of all, my name is Andriy Yarmak. I'm an economist at the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations, and I work in the investment center. Then we also have Artur Stasiak, who is our consultant in Warsaw, Poland. He will be the person, he is the person organizing everything on the ground, and he is helping us to put together the B2B meetings. We have Yevgen Kuzin, our lead analyst, who did this wonderful studies, which you must read because they provide pretty much all of the answers to your market-related questions. Then we also have Katerina Zvereva, who is our communications expert, and she will be with us in Warsaw as well. So the whole team will be there, and Hajar Magdi, who you know, she couldn't join today because she's not feeling well, but I think you all know her. So let's start our training. Let me explain what are we going to do today. Well, first of all, I will explain how the mission will be organized, what you have to know before going to Poland, and what are the specifics of working with Poland, if I may. And then Artur, of course, will correct me or add new insights. You will also have a unique opportunity to ask any questions you might have. So let's go immediately to how the mission is going to be structured. You should have received the program of the trade mission. If you haven't, I'm putting the link in the chat where you can check it. So let me repeat it. On November 12, we expect all of you to arrive to Poland, to Warsaw, and hopefully you all receive the visas. Immediately, the question about the visas. People who cannot get an early appointment, based on what we know from other people, it should be fine. You should be able to get the visa on time. And what we can do to help you is to issue an invitation letter. We cannot help you with appointments because we have no such authority or capacity. So there is no way we can impact the appointment system of the Polish embassy in Cairo or in Rabat, wherever you apply. So please take care of visa all by yourself. And if you need a letter, and we provide a lot of letters of invitation. If you need one, then do the request ASAP, because this is my last day in the office. I'll be traveling, and that would be very difficult for me to issue more letters. Then next day, so we arrived on the 12th of November. On the November 13th, we will visit the wholesale market of Bronice. I think we'll start at 9, right, Artur? You can unmute yourself to help me. You are muted, so just a second.
Yes, I think at 9 will be.
We will not have traffic issues.
No.
Because we'll be going outside.
Yeah, it's close close to the war, so it's not so far away.
Yeah. So please remember that we are doing this event at Novotel. So the bus will be departing from Novotel Centrum, Warsaw. So if you're staying in some other hotel, please make sure to arrive at least 10 minutes before the bus departure. We will not wait for anyone who's late, okay? Because we have a tight schedule. So if you don't arrive by the time the bus departs, you'll have to, mm, hire a taxi or catch up with us in some other way. So be prepared to be punctual with everything. So next, after the brownish market, we have a pre-ordered lunch. So it's all paid for. Don't worry, and we will have a buffet. It's going to be the proper food for people from Muslim countries, but we cannot guarantee that it's halal certified. But at least, we've provided all of the instructions and hopefully it'll be fine. Then after lunch, we will go to Green Yard or Green Factory. Arthur, what was the final unmute?
Green factory logistic. This is like the same like Green Yard. The company organize logistic for fruit and vegetables for retailers and other companies. Yes,
Okay.
this is a
So
logistic
yeah.
company.
But they also, as I understand, they also do some trading, right?
Yes, because the Green Factory Group is the large group which include trading, logistic, and production. Yes, this is but there are different companies. Yes, we will meet with the Green Factory Bronisze. This is the trading company. Green Factory Logistic. This is the logistic company. Yes, the other company is company which doing production business. This is different.
Okay, thank you. So you'll see how the products are handled and how everything is organized for trading. And then we will visit a couple of supermarkets with buyers. So you see how the product is retailed, how the product looks at the retail. You can check the prices, you can check the assortment, you can see if there are any products from Egypt and Morocco. Then on November 14, we will start a B2B forum, also in Novotel. The beginning of the forum will be by a short presentation and an introduction. We will repeat the rules. We will explain how it's going to be, and I will again highlight the specifics of Egyptian and Moroccan products to the buyers from Poland, as well as I will explain the specifics of the Polish market to all of you, just to remind you very briefly. So the conference will begin sharply at 9:30. I suggest you arrive at around 8:45, 9. There will be coffee, snacks. You can use that time for networking. And also we will do the registrations. If you arrive at 9:30, it's too late because we need to register you. We need to make sure you've got all of the information. So please arrive at 8:45 or so. Okay. And the B2B forum, it's going to be pre-organized. All of your meetings will be in a schedule and all of them will be emailed to you upfront. So you will know at which time who you meet. So for you to have an idea of where the buyers are so that you have less chaos, make sure that before the meetings go around and see, because the buyers will be sitting at the tables and they will have names of the companies on the table. So that you know where to go after each meeting. Each meeting will last 15 minutes. After that, we will announce the next meeting, and you have to promptly move away to the next meeting. We will not extend each meeting, so prepare to be concise. When you speak to buyers, go straight to the business. Don't waste your time because 15 minutes is all you've got. Of course, you can schedule a meeting, later or something if they agree. But in most cases, the companies that we are inviting in the supermarkets, they're pretty busy. And this is a unique opportunity for you to have this meeting. Usually, we think that, and I'm saying usually because I have about 20 years of experience organizing this. So usually it's much more efficient than going to exhibition because you can have, if you have 10 meetings with actual buyers, this is more than at any exhibition. And because we pre-selected the buyers, we didn't invite just anyone, we invited the big and medium, large and medium companies that can definitely buy your product. They are verified companies. They're good companies, but please remember that you should take care of negotiations by yourself, and you should prepare to take the risks, just like with any kind of business. What we did is try to lower your risk by inviting the verified companies. So we know they're in trade, we know they've been trading for quite a while, and we did the same, as many of you know, with you. So each of you has been selected carefully, and all of the information that we received from you was verified through various channels. So this is a perfect match that we are trying to achieve. Now, you will have the whole day for this B2Bs. We have booked the room for the whole day. We think that maybe we will be able to finish by maybe 4 o'clock, maybe 3:30 even. But you have the room for like until 5:30, I think. And after the schedule that you fulfilled, you may have more time to mingle and talk to people. In the middle, we also have lunch, which you can use for more networking. And we will have a free-flowing coffee and snacks all the time. In case you get hungry, of course, water. So everything should be okay on that front. What else is important during B2Bs? I'll speak about the preparations a little bit later. So let me first start. Let me do the presentation for you.
Hello.
Yes.
I'm
Please mute your microphone. Okay. So I explained how the B2Bs will be organized, and now I'm gonna explain how to prepare for it. And I would like to remind people who arrived late today that punctuality is going to be important during the trade mission. And if you miss the bus, for example, for a study tour, you'll have to take a taxi and catch it up because we will not wait for people who arrive late. Fortunately, we do the recording of this meeting, so you will be able to watch it later. And for people who've been late, I recommend to watch it later. We will send the link. Now, let me start the presentation. Just a second. Few manipulations here. Share. Okay, you should be seeing it now, right? So, doing business with Poland and preparing for the trade mission. First thing you have to do, as I mentioned, but let me mention it again, read the whole market study that we shared. If you have any questions about the market, the answers are there. Second thing you have to do, it is to calculate logistics for each of your product, if the product types are different, to Warsaw, and have your price estimate, the range which you're going to be negotiating, ready for negotiations, because you'll have a very little time, so you have to react very quickly. You should know all of the logistical options. We try to describe them in a study. We try to describe them in trainings. But please look for alternatives if you know of any, because some companies may have some specific requirements. Just to remind you that during the trainings, many companies said that they would be only accepting just-in-time deliveries. So it's good for you to have some flexibility, when you plan to work with Poland. And also air freight logistics, because both Egypt and Poland have fresh berries that could be air freighted. So, for that, it's very important to have the logistical options fully understood and calculated. We have provided you the links of the seminar and the video that Arthur prepared about the market of Poland. In both, we have a lot of information about the market. Please watch them again. In the video that Arthur prepared, you have all of the supermarket names, all of the, big players, the logistics, the packaging examples. So please do look at it so that you know what you are going to interface when talking to buyers. Please make sure you have enough business cards for the meetings. I always see people arriving to the meetings without business cards, and it's kind of a sad story. Also, what's better than the business cards? What can you say is better than the business card? And mute yourself and tell me if you know. Okay, no.
A brochure?
Yeah, a brochure is good.
Pamphlet, profile, company.
Okay, well, it's basically a QR code with your electronic information. Because if you give a business cards to people, they will place it somewhere and they'll forget it. If you give a QR code, it would be saved immediately to contact information of the person. So if you try to reach out to that person, they will know who you are, and they'll understand that you are actually from the fresh produce business, and your chances of getting a reply are going to increase exponentially. So, I suggest you subscribe, because this service to create a QR electronic business card, they're not free. So I suggest you pay, I don't know, $10 to $20 to subscribe to this service, because it will come handy for you in every other venture you will have and negotiations you will have. So that's my suggestion. And the last but not least, be prepared to negotiate hard. Poland is a very price-focused market. It's a very competitive market. So have your options. A piece of advice from marketing and negotiation skills experience: if people try to lower the price, don't do it Egypt style. Just agreeing on lower price. Try to emphasize the things that make you better, that make you more competitive, that makes you different than others. So that's an important point that we always highlighted in our training. It's focus on your USPs, or unique selling points. What makes your company unique? What makes your product unique? Why are you different from others? Because when people say, hey, we just trade in oranges. Yeah. If you trade in just oranges, then you're different. Your point of differentiations would be, we trade oranges cheaper than others. That's the only point. So that means that you'll get lower and lower price, and you will outprice yourself and your colleagues and partners. Instead, I suggest you look at other options, okay? But no need to spend more time on this. Let's move on. Polish business etiquette: usually you do a firm handshake and direct eye contact. Usually people would expect women to put their hand first, but not necessarily. And, address people professionally, Mr., last names, or if you know Polish, then you'd be going like pan and pan and the first name, which is also quite polite. So let me repeat again. In Poland, punctuality is very important. So 15 minutes all you have for negotiations, arriving punctually, replying punctually. Because after these meetings, you have to follow up as fast as possible. Because if you let it wait for 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, your chances are going to decrease. People's memory nowadays is limited because people have a lot of meetings, they have a lot of information. So while it's fresh, the best thing to do is to go back to your room in a hotel on the same day and follow up. That's as best as you can do. Then you are going to be the first and you will have a better chance of, getting a reply. Clear, detailed messages, very important. Prepare what you're going to say and say it as you prepared, and value each other's time. Let me repeat this. Companies will be very, very demanding for the time. They're very busy, so keeping them for the whole day is a unique opportunity. Also, I've noticed that a lot of times people just load their information into the buyer while the buyer is trying to explain, no, I don't need this information, I need something else. But people continue, on their own program. Don't do it because in Poland, people may get offended. Just listen to the buyer, listen what he or she wants, and respond to it. Show respect. In terms of gifts and samples, small appropriate useful souvenirs with company logo, excellent. Do it. Something representing your country, representing your company. Think about it, bring it. That would be really well received, and especially if it's a useful souvenir, So there are many examples. I know the berry companies often give you this measurement thing that shows the size of the berry with their logo, and then it's actually used, and it's a promotion of your company. So product samples. Check the customs procedure for your samples. If you bring the samples, it will it'll give you a unique selling point immediately, okay? So if you send the samples, make sure you do it in advance and make sure you know how to clear the customs. Because if you send the samples, sometimes you'd have to also clear the customs. So you have to arrive early to be able to do that. Or if you have a partner in Poland, they will do it for you. Or if it's a very small sample, you can bring it in a hand luggage. Just check the requirements, okay? Next, dress code, formal business attire. I suggest you stick to that. It's not a problem if you're, kind of business casual, but formal business will make you look serious, And dark suits for men, conservative dress and suits for women. It doesn't have to be dark, but the suit would be good. Business cards and handouts. No double signing. Stick to English only. Of course, if you do Polish, it would be appreciated. Just make sure that somebody does it as a native language. But, it doesn't have to be in Polish. It has to be in English. But if you have double-sided cards, reprint them. It's really not a good idea. Check if the information on the card is correct and valid, because oftentimes people go like, yeah, I crossed this out, this is a mistake, and write on the card again. It doesn't look professional, so don't do that. Catalog with products focus on the Polish market would be most appreciated. If you have a very big catalog that includes every possible product on earth, it's not gonna work. you're wasting the paper and the time of people. If you have a specific catalog that focuses on this market, something like 1 page, 2 page thing. Also, the typical mistake in the catalogs is that people put like history of the company for 2 pages, and the catalog starts from the company history. I mean, honestly, how many people would read that? How many people would be interested in this? How many people would make their buying decision based on your detailed company history? Ask yourself, if I'm in the shoes of a buyer, what do I need to know? What exactly do I need to know? And what exactly do I need to avoid? And just do it very briefly. The best catalog is a 1 page catalog. It's more than enough space. A4 is more than enough space to list all of your products, show you unique selling points. If you say, hey, if you're big size company, put the volume first. You tell people, okay, we are doing $10 million worth of exports. Our geography of exports is very diversified. So, that will make you look very serious and potential partner. So that's my recommendation. I know that all of you already have the catalogs printed, and all of you probably have the history of the company explained in the great details, but hey, what can we do with that? Also, check your websites and your LinkedIn profiles. If you don't have one, create one. It's very important to verify your company. The buyer who likes your offer will not just order stuff, okay? The buyer will go and check what does internet know about you. They'll ask ChatGPT, what is this company? The first thing they'll ask ChatGPT is, are there any issues with your company, And if ChatGPT said, oh, we've never heard of this company, if Google doesn't know anything about your company, then it could be a problem. This could prevent you from making the deal that was pretty much ready. So make sure your presence on the internet is good. Importance of contract. Poland is the country where people, let's say, it's not the US, okay? If you have a handshake agreement, this is not enough. You have to have a written agreement to work with Polish buyers. Because the handshake agreements are often judged differently and sometimes not honored. So please make sure that your legal department, if you have one, or your lawyers check the contracts very well. Because the Poland has been, honestly, and Artur may argue with that or not, but Poland has been reported having more claims than an average country in the European Union. So be prepared to do some potential kind of back and forth negotiations. But your good contract is very important here. And again, price orientation of Polish market is very high. So if you're working in a premium category, there you will also have to be price sensitive. So prepare for these hard negotiations. That's it from my side. And I think unless Artur and my colleagues are prepared to add anything else, we can go into questions and answers. Artur, did I miss anything important besides what we shared?
I think you said everything that was most important, yes, before this negotiation, before this B2B. I think I think the most important problem in working with Polish companies are claims. Yes, in this business, yes, of course. You have to have organization also in Poland which can check, for example, the claim. Yes, but I think we should. I give the names of such a companies in Poland who which could do this.
So when you arrive to Poland, talk to Artur on the first day, get the names of these companies. I think we could distribute it also, right?
Yes, yes.
Artur?
Okay, I will prepare this list of the companies. There are companies, the small companies. There are people who are the specialists and have the right to do so. Yes.
Yeah. So if you what we are saying, it's not a problem, but if you give a Polish importer an opportunity to have a claim, they'll use this opportunity, okay? So if your product is perfect, in most cases you have no problem. If your product is kind of okay, then you may have a problem. You know, in some countries they forgive you. In Poland, they don't. That's the difference. And yeah, some people may forgive, but I mean, in general, there is a tendency in Poland, and I would like to warn you so that you don't have, you know, false expectations. And we have some companies here who've had many years of experience trading in Poland, so they can confirm this. Another thing I wanted to say, which I mentioned during the trainings, the previous training, is that Poland is one of the fastest growing markets for imports, and specifically for imports in your categories. So don't take it lightly. Poland is a big market. Poland is also a re-exporter of many products. Besides Polish companies, I think we will have at least one company from Czech Republic, at least one company from Ukraine, hopefully a company from Romania. And all of this, especially Czech Republic, is very similar to Poland in terms of dynamics. It's increasing imports very fast. And in Romania is also, it's a very significant import country, and they're also increasing imports very fast, and they have a very important Black Sea port that is developing very fast. So you have logistics to the Black Sea, which is also very important, but you can also use the Mediterranean ports to ship to Romania, depending on which route you prefer. So we are still working on I think we distributed the list of buyers, but this is not final. It will be sometime before we confirm, the retail chains and the foreign buyers, because they're taking time to confirm. But in general, we expect around 20 companies buyers, and we will have around 20 suppliers, maybe 22 suppliers in our trade mission. All right, now it's your opportunity to ask your questions. If you want to ask your question, just raise your hand electronically or just unmute yourself and ask your question. Or you can also type it if you don't want to ask it by voice. Is everything clear? Are logistics clear? Do you have enough information about the market? Because usually, when there are no questions, everything is super clear, which we try to make sure that it is, or people have no idea. All right. Well, it's very nice that everything is clear. Some people have actually participated in our previous missions.
Can I talk, please?
Yes, please. You muted yourself. Sorry. Unmute yourself. No, you're still muted.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is okay. I'm sorry,
Okay.
because I'm in Paris for Cial, so that's why the voice maybe will not be clear. Okay, your presentation was absolutely fantastic. very precise to the point. But just one quick question. Do you think, I'm sure from your experience that the list of the buyer you sent us, it's fantastic, it's perfect. They are one of the top, because I'm in this business since 20 years. So they are one of the top in Europe. But can we cover the whole meeting with them? Can we will be able to cover and meet all of them?
Okay, this is a very important question. Thank you. We will match the buyers and the suppliers based on their product portfolio. Okay.
Okay.
So, for example, if the buyer is only interested in citrus, we will not organize a meeting of suppliers who are doing berries with the buyer who's only interested in citrus. Okay. So there will be fewer meetings. You will not have 20 meetings. You will have probably an average from 10 to 15 meetings. Yes, it's very challenging. We usually think that 10 meetings per company is perfect. But our experience shows that some companies have 20 meetings in one day. It's hard. So sleep well before B2Bs. Don't party all night, okay? You just have to be prepared because it's physically challenging.
Yes, it is. It is. I tried it before. It's very good if we slept well, if we are well prepared about our presentation, our brochure. This will minimize the time we consume with the buyer. Yes, yes, you are right.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank
There
you.
is
Thank you.
there is another question. If possible, could you invite companies specializing in freezers? And no, that's not the target of our trade mission. The target of our trade mission is fresh produce. So if you invite people devoted to freezing, we will have to do another day of B2Bs, and that's just not possible. But for freezing companies, it's very easy to find them on the internet and to reach out to them directly, because it's in Poland, there's many companies, traders of frozen products, and they're mostly pretty big, well represented on the internet, and they're always looking for new suppliers. So go ahead and do your preparations, and you'll have, depending on your flights, you may have some time on the first day to meet some of them if you want to, and maybe in the evening after B2Bs, and maybe in the morning of the last day, or if you're staying longer, then you can do it in your free time. But we haven't studied, this market. We haven't invited the buyers, so the short answer is no.
But
Can
I
we
think,
have?
Mr. Andre, Mr. Yamek, I flip your quickly and intensively. The buyer you sent, some of them they have two sections, frozen and fresh.
Yeah, that's true. Some of them do. So that will be also the opportunity for the companies that have both to meet and interact. But read the description of the companies so that you know what to talk about with them.
Yes, yes.
Can we have the SW of the electronic card idea? Oh, the links you mean? Okay, I will send it, but you can Google it. There are many. All right. Any more questions? All right. If you think of any question, you have my email, you have our emails in communications. Just share it with us, and we will make sure to reply it. Except that over the next week and a half, I'm going to be replying in a very slow mode because I'm going to be away and traveling. But so don't expect an immediate response from me. But my colleagues are there to help you, Evgen, Katerina, Artur, and Hajar. Thanks very much for your attention today. We hope you have a wonderful day. We hope you have a very productive mission. And we have new exciting missions that we are planning. So we'll inform you in a due time. And good luck to all of you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Andrei.
Thank you so much, Andrei.
Thank you.